Hi, Mark here from the Tangibound Podcast Network and host of the flagship show, the Tangibound Podcast. Did you know that we over at Tangibound are always looking for amazing podcasts to promote? And did you also know that we are also proud nerds and geeks of everything from movies, music, gaming, TV shows, and comic books to wrestling, MMA, soccer, and football? Whatever you can nerd or geek out about, we've got it. And if you're interested, we can help you find it. And if you're a show looking for a place to call home, we've got you covered. Side effects may include upset stomach, dizziness, tumors, shakes, and in some rare cases, death from excessive laughter. Though to be fair, it's only sometimes. Other side effects may include diarrhea, gallstones, heart palpitations, and strong desire for cookies on the dark side. Talk to your doctor and visit TangiboundNetwork.com and see if Tangibound Network is right for you.
This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Hey guys, this is Venice, and I've got a message from a friend of mine about my favorite podcast.
It's your boy, Flavor Flav in full effect. Check this out, everybody. I want y'all to go check out TJ.
What's good, everybody? TJ Johnson here for Voice from the Underground. I am the most handsome.
Big Has.
And I'm smoking my cigar, of course.
You know what I'm saying? The Dutch.
You pick me up in an Uber and a PT Cruiser, I'm calling Lyft.
Cause they be fighting the power, talking about social issues, politics, you know what I'm saying?
And we're not even that good.
Right, we're terrible. Terrible. Tangents all over the place.
And not only that, but they be keeping it fun with the sports, music, comics, and movies too.
Am I allowed to talk?
I think, no, not right now.
Shut up, colonizer!
You know what I'm saying? He on Twitter at VFU Podcast. So you can find them. So check 1, 2. This is Flavor Flav. Yeah, boy.
Okay, what Flav was trying to say is, check out Voice from the Underground on your favorite podcast network.
Voice from the Underground.
Welcome to the podcast from Temperance Town, the sexiest podcast of world renowned. Tony grows a beard to hide his chin, swaps it with Earl so it glistens. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Download the pod, you won't get enough of these dapper chaps talking deadly fluff. In Hobo Gulch they run a homeless mission, clanging and banging with the pentagram of kittens. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. They enjoy their whiskey and local craft beer. By Odin's unkempt pubis we give a cheer. Tony's a raccoon when he's booziest. Don't be a savage, be an enthusiast. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. On the frozen tundra they call it a lock. Tony likes to masturbate in a sock. Brian pisses rocks cause it feels so great. I still don't know who the fuck is Tate. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. The boys will let you know when there's a due to male pattern baldness, they don't wear curlers. Stay salty, people, that's their closing line. And don't forget, have a beer, you'll be fine. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty
Hey enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Salty Language, episode 424.
The sexiest podcast on the network, Brian, per usual.
Yeah.
So how are you, mate?
All right.
Bringing it down.
Yeah, low energy this week. No big deal. No.
Yeah, fuck that noise.
Went today, as I've mentioned on here before. I went today and grabbed my replacement box springs for my bed finally, which
noise.
Awesome. I haven't. It's funny though. They're just in my room. Like I haven't. Not that you have to assemble anything. I just have to lay it down, put the mattress back on it. I just haven't bothered yet because I didn't have time. But it was funny. We get out to the place, and you were there with me when I got the bed. You were like, okay, this is a art van store for anyone listening. So you walk in the front of this place, and the customer service desk is all the way in the back and in the corner, like buried in the corner.
They want to discourage you from going to talk to them.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's probably more they want you to walk the whole store in hopes that you'll be like, ooh, I need this from the Nigel Barker collection.
Nigel Barker? Why do I know that name? Are you making shit up?
No, I can actually tell you who he is. I wish I didn't know, but he used to be I think he was a male model. Then he became like a well-known fashion photographer. And because he was a judge on America's Next Top Model. So
that's probably why I didn't know the name, because they unfortunately used to be something that my eyes would get raped with.
Yeah, same here. So right as you walk in, there was this whole big section that said Nigel. That's why the only reason I even noticed it is it's right by the door.
So sorry, Brian, so sorry.
So I go in, get to the back, and I'm like, hey, I'm here to pick up whatever. And they're like, yeah, no problem. The guy goes, well, I see, he's like, since you live in Michigan, there's a sales tax difference. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, yeah, it's a 37-cent difference. And I'm like, but my box springs was under warranty and it was defective. I feel like I shouldn't have to pay anything. And he goes,
yeah, I would agree with that completely.
And he's like, it's not, it's the tax thing on it. And I'm like, really? You guys can't waive 37 cents? Like, really?
Yeah,
and he was
sure they can't, huh?
Well, you're not supposed to, because the government, if you waive sales tax, they think it looks shady, which is stupid. As long as somebody pays it, they shouldn't give a shit, But do you remember, like, you used to be able, like, you always would see furniture places that were like 6 months, no tax, or what, we'll pay the tax, no payments for 6 months. And I think in Ohio, I don't know if it's still there or not. There was going to be a law where they couldn't do that anymore, where they couldn't absorb the tax, basically, or something.
Right.
And I don't know. There's some, but it's so. And anyways, I'm like, whatever. I just hand him $1 and cover it. Just shaking my head. So he's like, "Oh,
they just stink palm $1."
Obviously, well, that's where I keep all my money. So
that's true.
Well, I mean, before this podcast, that's where I kept all my money.
Old nature's wallet.
Yeah, the worst part is when you go to the strip club. The looks they give you when you're, peeling off bills from the back end of your trousers.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
So, I go outside, go around to the side to pick it up. We get over there, and they have, it wasn't like when you and I went out there where the sliding door was open, or the delivery door was open, or whatever. Everything's all shut. So they have a, press button for service, and then push it, and you can hear a meh when you push the thing, right? So nobody shows up. So I'm like, okay, meh, again, nobody shows up. So I walk back over to where my sister and her boyfriend were, and we're just, chatting for a minute. And I'm like, I'm going to give him a minute because, maybe somebody's on the toilet or something, whatever.
I guess.
I'd rather they finish up,
That's true.
I don't need no, like, gravy leg all over my, my brand new box springs,
Right.
So my sister's boyfriend just walks up to the door and just lays on the buzzer.
Nice.
And the next thing you know, amazingly, the door opens.
Oh, shocking.
Yeah. So this guy is like, oh, did you just get the wrong ones or something? I was like, no, it broke. And we turned it around so you can see. He's like, oh, wow. And Derek goes, yeah, because you look at the boards in this thing and they're thin. You know, it's not like the old school box springs where it took 16 people and someone with a whip to encourage them to get it carried somewhere. You know, this thing, I mean, literally, you could almost carry. Well, you carried the last one almost by yourself. You know, they're stupid light.
I feel like I could put string on him, use it as a kite.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, that's why you have to strap them down.
Yeah, accurate, right?
So, Derek's like, yeah, he's like, look how light this is made or whatever. And the guy goes, yeah, all our stuff is. And just keeps moving, just matter-of-factly. And I heard, Derek and I just crack up because, basically this guy standing there going, yeah, all our stuff's shit, so.
Yeah, it's all garbage.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, well, good to know for next time. Although it's probably not just there. I mean, it literally is how most furniture is.
What did Kid Rock yell when he blew up that grill? Take that, China, or something like that?
Yeah.
From however many episodes ago that was.
Yep. So, yeah, it was, basically unless you get, custom furniture, you're probably buying stuff to, just, you kick it wrong and it falls apart.
I mean, my future bed's going to be, the box spring is going to be carved out of beluga whale bone.
As they should be, yeah.
As they should be.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Yep. Each
Panda
part of
paws, it, for make up the headboard.
Oh, of course, yeah. I like it. It's good, good idea. So yeah, we get that and got it home, no problem.
But it's not I only get a one panda paw from a
Oh
panda.
Yeah, what are you, a savage?
You can't afford the same one.
Yeah,
what am
right?
I, a fucking peasant?
Yeah, no, yeah. Love you need at least 4 pandas,
Yeah.
And I say at least because
minimum.
Yeah, well, I see what you did. No, you need at least 4 because just in case you look at one and you're like, yeah, I'm not sure about this one,
Yeah, that one's got a weird look in his eye.
Yeah. Well, had.
Yeah.
Well,
sure.
no, I guess it could be has. I mean, it's frozen that way forever, I guess. But oh man. So yeah, that's finally all done. I mean, it's my own fault that it took as long as it did, but I'm just glad it's over with,
So you're actually gonna have a decent night's sleep and stuff.
We'll see. I hope so, because honestly, the only part that's really sucked about having just the mattress on the floor is that
the heroin problem you picked up.
Well, I mean, that's independent of that, but yes.
I mean, I assume if you have just a mattress sitting on the floor, you're also doing heroin.
Right. Right. And eating barbecue panda paws.
Oh, of course.
But not
slow roasted.
But not the leftover ones from your bed, because again, I want fresh, I don't.
Yeah, they gotta be fresh.
Yeah. Plus, who only eats 3,
Yeah, right. I mean, they're delicious.
I eat 5,
Yeah.
and throw the rest away because they're not good if they're not fresh. So yeah.
Can't keep them.
No. And what am I going to do? Give them to you to use for your bed? You're not going to want them.
No.
You're going to be like, those are barbecuing paws. Those aren't bed paws.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, man. No, the problem...
I can't hang my reading lamp off of those barbecuing paws.
Right? That's, again, people walk in and, I mean, what would the neighbors think?
Yeah, right.
The property values would decline just on that alone.
Oh man, it'd be brutal.
Yeah. Oh shit. So yeah, the problem is that the way I've had the bed laying there is it's not quite against the wall. So as I move and stuff through the night, because I have a stack of pillows because of my sinus issues and stuff. If I lay flat, I can't breathe well, so I have to prop myself up. Well, as I move around, the pillows basically just move all over the place, kind of like if you get a real sloppy sandwich. You go to bite it, and the whole middle just explodes out the back end.
Mm-hmm.
Basically,
one of those sandwiches that once you start eating it, you can't let go of it.
Exactly. Yeah, there's no setting it down. Exactly. Once you're in, you're in.
If you set it down, it's over.
Yep. Which I believe
give up on life.
I believe was that that sandwich you had when we were in Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because I believe I made that exact statement to you. It was like, if you set that down, it's over.
Yeah, I might as well just go walk in the traffic.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems a tad extreme, but
Yeah, it's a good waste of a beautiful sandwich.
You're
if
right.
I just set it down and let it go to waste like that, then
that is
I
true.
deserve a fender to the forehead.
That's true. What are you going to do, fork and knife it? I mean, come on.
Yeah, what am I?
What would be funny? You set it down and then ask for chopsticks. Just to be pretentious.
Like, I'm sorry, do you have chopsticks? We're like, what? Yeah, do you have chopsticks? And then, of course they say no. You just go, throw a sandwich in the garbage.
Right? Yeah. Oh my
God.
God.
Establishment is this?
I was listening to a Hilarious World of Depression episode last night, and damn it, I can't remember the guy's name. Yeah, it's a great name for a podcast. Yeah.
It's a great name for a podcast.
It's a really good podcast, too. So he's talking with this comedian that, damn it, I cannot remember the name of it. His first name's Solomon. I can't remember his last name. No, but he tells a story about being made fun of for that coincidence. He talked about how he works at a restaurant because he was talking about how he did Conan one night and then the very next night he's back to work at a restaurant.
That's hilarious.
He's like, I'm on national television and now all of a sudden I'm,
Yeah, now he's slinging chips and salsa.
Yeah, but he said the hard part is he's like, there's different times. He's like, I'll walk up to a table and be like, how is everything? And someone will be like, oh, he said this woman like snapped at him, snapped at him.
Right.
And she was, as she's doing this, she was like, do you all have pink Himalayan salt? And he's like, it took everything in me to not lean in because he's from Ethiopia. He's like, it took everything within me to not lean over and go, my mom had to eat her own cat on her 9th birthday. And then he goes, of course we have pink Himalayan salt,
I mean, that's a pretty cool birthday present.
Yeah, right.
Like, holy shit, look at this stew on my
What's
birthday.
in the box?
Amazing.
What's in the box?
Yeah. Can I share this stew with Fluffy Nutters?
You already are.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's why you're not allowed to name them, right? When you live on a farm, you're not supposed to name them.
Yep.
Yeah, just quick side note, anyone who's deals with depression and whatnot, it's another one of those podcasts where they talk about, what they've gone through and whatever, but a lot of times it's like the very first question he usually asks people is depression funny? And the reaction from a lot of the people is great because, almost everybody that's a comedian on there is like, yeah, like.
Yeah, of course it is.
Of course
it's hilarious.
It is. Yeah. But, like, I love, what was it? Oh, God, I can't think of her name now. I don't even want, I would just butcher it if I say it. But.
Well, now you got it. Let's try.
No, because I'm trying to even think of her name, but I can't think of it now. Shit.
Killing me, Brian. You're killing me.
She's an Indian comic that's like a really well-known comic. Is it Anand something? I can't remember. Anyway.
Anand.
Or no, not Anand. It's Nancha.
Not gonna remember his name.
There it is, right there. No, I'm kind of trying to find it on Twitter. What was this? But anywho, she talks about depression a lot in her stuff, and she said she loves, rainy and cloudy days, and the crowd's kind of like, and she goes, she's like, it reminds me of why I got into this depression game, and she's like, it keeps me grounded, and she's like, I like to go up to regular people and be like, you're in my world now, bitch,
Right. She's
great. I follow her on Twitter. I really wish I could remember what the fuck her name is now. Shit. I'll find it. Anyway,
you'll figure it out, bro.
Yeah.
You got this. I have total faith in you.
You shouldn't, but no.
But I do.
But I love how she writes about I love how she writes about depression in her tweets and stuff because, she's very much takes what's going on and makes it funny. But some of her stuff is just
do it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But really quick, the guy I was talking about, his name is Solomon Giorgio.
Almost Grundy.
Yeah. Dude, he's Ethiopian with a name like Solomon Giorgio. Isn't that great?
I mean, if like Giorgio Solomon sounds like a designer.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. It's Aparna Nancherla. That's who it is.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. I can see her face.
She's fantastic. Like, I think she's funny anyway, but her depression stuff is, I mean, it's, I don't wish it on anybody, but it's funny stuff. So.
Well, I mean, you wish it on people so they can hear it and laugh.
Yeah. Yes, that. Yeah. Also, the stuff with Gary Gulman on there is really, really interesting. Because I know you know who Gary Gulman is.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Great comedian. Like, he's a comedian's comedian for sure.
Yeah. Big dumb animal, too.
He is, yeah. And he talks on one of the episodes about his depression, how basically at one point his lease was up when he lived in New York, and he was in such a funk that he literally had to go back and live with his mom because he just could not bear the thought of going to, like, look for an apartment. And he was basically not able to do to do any stand-up during that time and all this stuff. I was like, man, And they did a follow-up with him on a recent episode, and, it's like a whole different world for him now. Like, he's in a way better place now. And he kind of said he thinks that episode before kind of helped him springboard toward, kind of refocusing on getting help and stuff. So it was...
Yeah, obviously, I'm not super deep in that world, but I think a lot of it is a perspective on things.
Oh, it totally is, yeah.
Because, like part of you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. You remember that Indiana Jones, that giant boulder? Yep. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, exactly.
But then but then it's like you look at it from a slightly different angle, and you're like, oh, well, okay.
Yeah. And it's funny, because when you're in it, it feels more like, oh, shit, what's that story from, like, biblical times of the dude who would push the ball up or the big stone up the mountain only to have it roll back down and he'd have to start again.
Yeah. I think it's called The Story of Tony.
Yeah. So anyway, enough about that show, but it's definitely a good listen.
Right.
So
I haven't really listened to any. I'm so out of loop on podcasts now.
Yeah.
Because, once upon a time, I could listen to them all day.
Yep.
And now it's like I basically listen to them and, 20-minute drive to work, and that's really about it.
Yeah, which is not a lot of time. Right. Which is not a lot of time. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's like I was, texting with Neil from Daft Pod fame.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I've heard of him.
And, found out his poor Faja, shout out Dave, it was in the hospital.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they talked about it on their podcast, but I haven't listened to diddly squat lately.
Right.
So I felt all bad because I love that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Sounded like he had to have some surgeries or a surgery, not surgeries, but surgery and what have you.
Yeah. Right.
Sounds pretty awful. So.
Yeah. Poor fella.
Yep. I listened to this new podcast a few nights ago called Get Rich Nick.
Get Rich Nick.
It's two
that
guys.
Sounds like a cartoon, but not a cool Saturday morning cartoon.
No, it's not. No, it's two guys named Nick.
No, it sounds like the live action like Nickelodeon show. That's what it sounds like.
Because they'd be getting rich off of it.
Yeah, well, like there'd be like some kid Nick, and
Oh yeah.
Something that's amazing, and then
oh my god,
behind the scenes, his family's taking all his money. It's really depressing.
Oh wow, I was gonna say, or it's like the Nickelodeon version of Richie Rich, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like Silver Spoons. You got the train inside and all that.
That'd be awesome.
Would be awesome.
I still want one of those.
I would love to have a train. Like I would love to be sitting where I'm sitting now.
Yeah.
Like, I need to go to bed and hop on a train.
Right. But I don't want it, like, to scale. Like, I want it to be comically small, so when I sit on it, it just looks like I'm a buffoon, Yes. Otherwise, forget it. I'm not interested.
Yeah, I like the idea of comically small.
Yeah.
But I want my train to have a full-time train engineer to run it.
Naturally. And the train runs on leftover panda paws.
Yes, yeah. You have to shovel them into this furnace.
Right. Yes. Oh my god. How terrible would that be? You're just picturing some guy in there just shoveling paws. Man. Depressing.
That's Paul, the Paul shovel.
Terrible. Boo.
We call him Paw Paw.
Paw Paul or Paw Paw?
Paw Paw.
Okay, Paul Paw.
Or Paw Paul.
Pol Pot, what?
Pol Pot, oh shit.
This took a turn.
It did.
So this podcast is basically two guys named Nick. One of them is a writer for some TV shows and whatever, and the other guy basically, because he's a comedian, can't really get or doesn't was talking about how hard it is to go get a 40-hour-a-week job because a lot of employers don't want to pay people for 40 hours of work anymore because that means they have to give you health insurance also. So, you get offered less and whatever. Plus, he's a comedian, so, he wants to keep his schedule open. So,
true.
The way that he's trying to find money is they're basically trying to come up with using get-rich-quick schemes. So each episode is them trying some get-rich-quick scheme kind of a thing.
That's pretty great.
Yeah, like the very first episode is plasma donation. And, and all of this, they're told that it's like $75 a person, all this stuff. They go, one of the two of them can't end up donating because his mouth temperature is too warm and they can't lower it.
What?
Or, it's too low and he can't warm it up enough for them to do. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of rules to it. They go over a bunch. There's a lot of rules.
I didn't know there was this much involved in plasma donation.
I didn't either. And
I thought it was just don't stumble in drunk.
Yeah, basically, right? But he said, that it was pretty painful, and the one guy that did have it done, the needle gets a little loose in his arm or whatever, and basically every time he's pumping the ball that you have to pump every so often,
pump that ball.
basically just pumping his own blood into his own arm.
Oh, that's exciting.
So he had this massive hematoma afterward.
Oh God, that word again.
Yeah. So so in the end, they basically spent 4 hours at this place, and it turns out you get $75 on your second visit, $50 for the first time.
Well, but what's 4 hours what's 50 divided by 4?
It's what, 12:30 or 12:25? Yeah.
Oh, an hour. Yeah, that's not great.
Well, and keep in mind that they were assuming that that they both would get $50 or $75, and so between them for the 4 hours of their time, they got $50. So that was a big.
Oh, for the both of them got $50.
Yeah, because the other guy didn't get to donate anything, so he turned up bupkis.
Boy,
so
that is no bueno.
And it was 3+ hours for your first time, roughly. And they said, the guy who couldn't give, they were like, well, you can come back tomorrow. And he was like, no.
Why would I do that?
Because apparently when you go back, it's not that much shorter. It's not like, okay, the first time's 3 hours, then it's only an hour or two afterwards. No, it's still 3 hours. And
now, have they tried to get rich by jacking off into a cup? Because I was actually talking about this
earlier. They
earlier.
have to at some point. But no, there's only 3 episodes or 4 episodes of the show so far. So
that's an interesting podcast idea.
Well, and the part I liked was, so, they get $50 for this. The second one, they went to the track.
That worked out well.
Yeah, basically they broke even. So that actually, was surprising. I figured they'd lose a lot, but no, they were. The one guy was pretty safe in his bets and stuff, though. Too, he hedged himself quite a bit on, a lot of the bets.
It's a strong move.
Yeah, and just kind of protect himself. And then they did TaskRabbit.
Oh God.
And
stupid TaskRabbit.
But what's funny though is TaskRabbit ended up being the best one so far.
Really?
Because the one guy said what he does a lot of days, if he doesn't feel like doing something, the one day he moved his prices up for furniture assembly to $45 an hour, and the one day somebody took him up on it. And
no shit.
Yeah, he said he had 3 jobs in 1 or 2 days at $45 an hour for just putting furniture together. And he's like, the sad part is they probably think they're getting somebody with top level expertise. And he's like, meanwhile, I priced myself at that point because I didn't really want to do it.
That's hilarious.
So I figured, well, if they name my stupid price, or meet my stupid price, then sure, I'll go ahead and do it.
You know what's funny is when I was like trying to figure out, once I was like, hey, I'm done working at this crazy job where I work all the hours.
Yeah.
And I was looking for jobs, anything. There is a company that's all you do. You go to people's houses, you put together furniture, bikes, grills.
Yeah.
And I honestly thought about it because I enjoy doing that.
Yeah. And you've done enough of it over the years that you can, should be able to figure it out.
I was like, I kind of like putting together IKEA furniture. It's fun for me.
Yeah.
Well, but, I can't imagine it pays like what I'm looking for, but
I wouldn't think so. Yeah. Well, with this, you name your price.
TaskRabbit and do $45 an hour.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is you name your price on TaskRabbit. So like you have to be vetted first, because, you're just some rando going into people's homes or whatever, but after that,
TaskRabbit to like come and smack the shit out of people.
I'm sure there's some use for that,
Probably.
Like, here's the services I offer. We'll smack the shit out of fools' mouths.
We'll smack the shit out of you. We'll critique your flower bed.
No. Like, we'll shit all over your flower bed. Metaphorically and actually.
And physically.
Yeah. Or
assembles furniture.
Also assembles furniture for $45 an hour. Yeah, I'm very curious to see. They have to get the sperm donation at some point, I would think. Or something along those lines. Yeah. That's part of what's drawn me to the podcast. Like, it's been pretty entertaining listening to them talk about, ups and downs. Like the one guy he was going with the other guy to do some moving stuff. And he asked the guy if he had gloves, and the guy was like, what the hell do you need gloves for, basically? And he's like, because we're going to be handling a mattress, and God only knows what's on it,
I mean, that's true.
And the other guy's like, whatever. Sure enough, they get there, and apparently there was just stains aplenty on this mattress.
Yeah,
and
probably like someone got murdered on it.
Basically. And it was, and the one guy was like, the worst part is, he's like, that was a Casper mattress, so it can't be that old. And this thing was
true.
So, yeah, they just start going on and on about this horrific, like, crime scene of a mattress. And I was like, that would suck.
That's, that's one thing that'll disturb the shit out of you when someone peels off that final layer and you look at the bare mattress, the foundation of their bed. You're like, ugh.
Yeah.
It looks like an Aztec, sacrificial altar.
Right. Like, you walk in, and we're like, we're here to get the mattress, and from the distance, you're Kalima!
Exactly.
What's going on in there? Nothing, I'll be right with you, Kalima! Like, well, the one guy even mentions, he's like, why didn't they just leave a sheet on it? So we wouldn't see it, basically.
Yeah, because they want to show off all that vagina blood.
It was something, yeah, I don't know.
Something.
So I was like, well, surely that warranty is voided.
That warranty's definitely voided. And don't call me Shirley.
Yes. Nice. Well played. Yeah, that's the kind of mattress that guy must have been talking about when he came out to look at mine and was like, oh, I've seen, I've seen some shit.
Oh, I'm sure he has.
Oh, I'm sure he really has seen some shit. Like,
oh, yeah. Literally.
Yeah. Like, ew.
Yeah.
So, yeah, anyway, but that makes sense because TaskRabbit's more of a you list what you're willing to do, you name a price, then people make offers and you accept it and move on, basically. So that makes sense that one would work out. But what they found that was funny, the one guy goes, I find it funny that the thing we've done the best with so far is basically actually work. Like, it's actually a job. Like, the other stuff is more, hey, how can we get money to pay the rent today kind of a thing.
That's like a gimmick.
Yeah, how can we eat today,
I hope they do scrapping.
Oh, me too, yeah. I'm
always fascinated when I see those people drive around.
I forgot what they're doing next week, or this coming episode. They tell you at the end of it what they're doing for the next one. I forgot what it is.
Hand jobs.
Well, I mean, God, I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope sex work is in there.
In a Denny's bathroom. That should be the title of the episode.
I almost wish it was like a guy and a woman, because that would open up other things to where, like, egg donation or cam girling or some of this other stuff that, it would open the door a little bit to some other stuff. But
yeah, that would be interesting to hear.
Although part of me hopes that they still do cam stuff, even though they're guys.
Yeah, dude cam stuff.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see.
So only get rich Nick is gay for pay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, whatever. It pays your bills, you know.
Hey, whatever, man. Whatever.
I ain't hating. I ain't here to judge anybody.
Sometimes you got a car payment.
Like my dad always said, you know, honest dollar's an honest dollar.
It's true. Eat shit, cash checks.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I mean, JR from, used to be the commentator on WWE talks about that when people talk about how he joined the Vince McMahon Kiss My Ass Club, you know, and basically, you know, got his face buried in McMahon's ass essentially. And he was like, hey, check cashed.
Right.
I was like,
check cashed. Exactly. It's like, have you seen my house?
Yeah, that's basically what he's saying is it's like, yeah, you see what that's afforded me? Worth it. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, that's, I've really tried not to add new podcasts to my rotation because I already have
It sounds like you're doing a terrible job.
I am not doing a good job, correct. But, one of the guys was on, I think he was on the Chip Chipperson podcast or something like that. And he talked about the podcast and I'm like, God damn it. It's like, I got to listen to that because that seems like that could be a really interesting concept for a show, you know? So, yeah. I've enjoyed it so far.
Fair enough, mate.
Although, I will say, they easily could make that show probably half an hour. It's an hour-long show, but I really think they could just kind of get into the meat of it and do half an hour.
Right.
And it might be a better show that way.
It might, but what if it cuts into the entertainment value?
I don't think it would that much, though. That's the thing. What it would do is probably cut into, you know, ads, because God knows they got to tuck those Blue Chew ads in there.
Well, I mean, I guess. I don't know.
I'll tell you what. Blue Chew is just, you know, I feel like Blue Chew's at a point now they need to start asking consent. Because I feel like they're just shoving it in.
Yeah, right.
Like, all right, we get it. You make dick pills. Like,
Brian, let's be honest. If we got an email tomorrow from Blue Chew, it's like, hey, we want to advertise on your show.
Yeah.
We'd be like, bro, I took a Blue Chew before our podcast. You have no idea what's going on.
Be like, we already were advertising for you.
Yeah.
Like this segment right here, brought to you by the fine folks at Blue Chew. No.
Coming up next, we got our Blue Chew Hard Dick of the Week segment.
Oh, whoa.
Wait a minute. Maybe not. I don't know.
Hey,
whatever Blue Chew wants to sponsor.
Hey guys, what happened to the Blue Chew Hard Dick of the Week segment? And you know, the week after the first time, we're like, yeah, we thought about that one a little bit and decided to move on.
Yeah.
It's one of the things I hate though with podcasts is that there's always like this cycle of like 4 advertisers that you hear on like every show, because what it is on a lot of them, like these guys are through Earwolf. So it's probably that, you know, Blue Chew or whoever goes to Earwolf and says, hey, blah, blah, blah. And then Earwolf puts that product in every one of their shows.
Yep.
And in the end, you're like, oh my God, I feel like I'm watching Hulu with commercials. You know, where all I'm seeing is 2 commercials for 17 hours while I binge, I don't know, America's Next Top Model or whatever.
I mean, sometimes you gotta.
As one does, yeah.
As one does.
Anyway, so I started all of this talking about, you know, my day, but boy, did that go off the rails.
Yeah, we straight up derailed.
Yeah. So anyway, that's
as we do on Salty Language.
Right. So, you know, I had a fun day a couple days ago with, you know, just getting in my own head type horse shit, which, you know, like I told you via text, you know, unfortunately it just happens and you kind of got to ride it out, you know. It's annoying, but, you know, not a lot you can do about it.
I mean, I think I might be the first person to ever come up with this saying, but it's like riding the storm out.
You're right. I've never heard anyone reference riding a storm.
Write a song.
Clearly. You know what you need? I'll play organ music behind it.
Oh, perfect. Now we're talking.
And then we'll put some sound effects too.
Definitely.
Yeah, this will be great.
Be amazing.
It's going to come out and be me on the organ. Because I can't play. And the sound effects are,
Yeah, it's just all like, it's all stuff like that.
Yeah.
Good news, everyone.
Like, this doesn't even make sense. It's not even music.
This doesn't, isn't it though? Isn't it? I feel like you just wrote a number one hit right there.
I know. I did.
Yeah. Anyway.
Or it's just...
Fucking thing sucks.
Agreed.
Or that.
Agreed. So, yeah, so that stunk for a couple days, but whatever. And, yeah, that's been about it. It's been a pretty low-key week otherwise.
Low-key?
Yeah.
Thor's gonna be pissed.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I was like, yo, I'm having a low-key week, and life's like, oh yeah, well, I've got a Hulk. So, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Nice. Very nice.
Whoa. That was my phone. Jesus.
All right, I've got there's some sort of furry house savage over here trying to tear apart cardboard.
Not wearing shorts again, huh?
Yeah, I'll have that.
Like, damn it.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to run around with no shorts on.
Yeah,
what are you saying?
It happens. I mean, get a nice cool breeze, Keep everything nice and breezy.
Like, my future neighbors better hope I have a privacy fence.
Well, the worst part is that you have a privacy fence, but you kind of only just built it above like a normal chain link fence, so you're just swinging wild.
Yeah, it's only privacy from the waist up.
Yeah, just because you want to do a bunch of home improvement type stuff or sketches.
Yeah. Accurate.
Yeah. Hey, howdy, hey neighbor, or whatever. I forgot what he used to say. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I'm mixing him and Flanders up.
It's all the same.
Whatever. Hi, neighborino. Yeah.
Yeah, stupid, sexy Flanders.
So how's your week been?
It's been all right. I mean, like last weekend on Saturday, my buddy I used to work with, Mike, came over. Well, we went out and had some pints.
Yeah.
Got him down inside the 5. We hung out there, had some beers, I visited some of my old coworkers. That was cool. And then we came back here.
Yeah.
To Casa de Mirs.
Right.
And we just sat outside. I'm sure the neighbors hated us because Mike gets loud.
A little bit. Especially if he's had some alcohol.
Out there. Huh?
I said especially if he's had some alcohol.
Yeah, I filled a growler, and I had which I got to make sure I bring you one of these tomorrow, Brian. Well, it is coffee, but it's the Founders Underground Mountain Brown. It's their brown ale that's coffee, but it's bourbon barrel.
Right.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I found a couple 4-packs of that, so we smashed through one of those and almost a full. Oh, there's still growler in there. I should have drank that instead of this bottle. Whatever.
Yeah.
And
way to go.
We probably sat up by the fire like 2 a.m. until his Uber showed up to take him because he got a hotel room because he's a smart boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just sat around bullshitting all night. It was nice. It was a nice little night.
Yeah. Nice.
I don't know, what'd you think? Nice little night? Yeah, nice little night.
Sounds like a no. Yeah.
But like this weekend is like the weekend of birthdays.
Yeah. It's that way in like Twitter land for me too, like the Obscure Gentleman room. It's not as much as it used to be, but like, dude, we used to have a birthday pretty much every day from like the 12th through the 20th almost.
That's pretty insane.
It was crazy. It was the Power Week, as I dubbed it, I believe.
Because like yesterday was Michelle's birthday.
Right. Happy birthday, Michelle.
Out to her. Brian says happy birthday. She's not even listening.
All right, fair enough.
So Brian says happy birthday.
Happy birthday back.
He's right here. You just told
I heard
him.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
But so we went out to her like grandpa's house. He does a fish fry, I guess, every time.
No panda paws.
For your birthday, no.
Just once a month.
Oh. Well, it just so happened to fall.
Okay.
But her and her aunt are on the same day birthday. It was a whole situation.
No panda paws, though?
No panda paws, no.
All right.
I was a little disappointed by the lack of panda paw.
I was going to say, well, I'm not, because if you went out there and they had panda paws and you didn't call me, I would have been disappointed.
Yeah. Next time I'll bring panda paws. But But yeah, so like I brought, Leah came with me and she brought two of her friends. So it turned into be a whole, like, because everyone in her family, it's just nothing but chicks.
Yeah.
There's no dudes running around, right, basically.
Right.
So there's all these teen girls, and it was a little much.
That explains
Especially
why it's a
sitting in a circle playing werewolf.
That explains why it's a fish fry and not a sausage party.
Hey, hi-oh.
Terrible. Terrible.
Oh, I switched my thing.
Oh!
There it is. All right. Anywho, I'll share that one later. But yeah, it was a good little time. And plus, it was a gender reveal party.
Mm-hmm. For
and
you?
The person's having a girl. Yeah, it was for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, guys, I'm secretly a lady.
Guys, I'm secretly a man trapped in a man's body.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. I'm a man trapped in a man's body. I'm a man trapped in a Neanderthal's body.
Yeah, that's actually. I'm a Homo sapien trapped in a Neanderthal's body.
A man trapped in a chimp body.
Yep. That's accurate.
For sure, right?
Yep.
But so Leah and her friends, though, like I had them all weekend, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And this is. I just introduced them basically as my bonus daughters because they're Leah's best friends.
Right.
And
just because like you had paid dowries for them.
She just becomes one of that person's family.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. But last night, because we went to the store, I'm like, all right, what are we going to do for dinner? And we just got some hot dogs and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But they're like, can we please get cake mix? We want to make cake. I went, what?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to make cake. Like, all right, fine. Well, that's fine. Because I just want to make sure they're having fun.
Yeah.
They made a cake out of my face.
Right. Which is weird because...
Well, they told me they were gonna.
Your
and
face...
I'm like, they're not going to pull this shit off.
Yeah.
They did a pretty good job.
They actually did. Yeah, I saw the picture. It was a pretty good job. Yeah.
Yeah, they bought two, because the Kroger cake mix was on sale.
Yeah.
$1 a box.
Mm.
So they bought a vanilla and a chocolate.
Right.
Well, by they, I mean I bought a vanilla and a chocolate.
Right, yeah.
So it was a chocolate beard and a vanilla face.
Right. Well, the weird part was, like, I was like, wow, that's a really good beard. And then I realized they had shaved yours off and put it on the cake. That was smart.
Yeah, they sprinkled fresh hairs all over the cake.
Fresh face leave-ins all over the cake.
Fresh face leave-ins.
Yep. Yikes.
But yeah, it was I don't know. I mean, we had a couple slices of cake for breakfast because it's what you do when you're
an adult. Yeah.
Adult.
Yeah.
You get to make your own goddamn decisions.
That's right.
And yeah, I mean, but let me tell you what. Actually, the highlight for the weekend, if you want to talk about desserts, was the day before Michelle's birthday. I was like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go out for dinner.
Mm.
Well, we went to good old local Schmuckers.
Oh yeah.
The old Toledo hole-in-the-wall diner that everyone loves.
Yeah.
And I don't know, the place is packed. It was probably because that night the apocalypse was blowing through with all the storms and no one was cooking.
Right.
But
well, I mean, think about it this way. When I say, hey, the apocalypse is coming, isn't one of the first things you think of, I need some pie?
I need some pie.
Right?
Accurate.
Yeah.
End of the world, better get up some pie.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
That's accurate.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like one I've never had, because every time I've ever gone there, except unless I'm just eating pie, it's been in the morning, so I get breakfast.
You don't get breakfast pie?
I mean, I would if they served it up.
Yeah.
Like layers of waffle.
I was just thinking pie for breakfast. I mean,
I've had pie for breakfast. It's a great idea.
I'm being dead serious about it. I mean, it's,
I'm
being
dead serious too.
Like, what's the difference between eating blueberry pancakes or just having a nice slab of blueberry pie? Same difference.
If someone walked out with a platter of blueberry pancakes or a slice of blueberry pie, I'm smacking the platter of pancakes out of her hand.
I was gonna smash both, but I'll just wrap one in the other, basically.
I mean, I guess they could serve the pie on pancakes.
Yep.
Like it's a platter.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're talking.
Yeah. I'm in.
I'm in too.
Yep. Well, orange zest over the top of that, I'm all set.
Well, one, I gotta say, Brian, I've never got the hamburger there. Probably one of the best hamburgers I've had in a long time.
Really? I was just trying to
going
think.
Back just for the hamburger.
I was trying to think if I've even eaten there, like other than pie. I think it's been a long time. Most of the time I've went there is just for pie.
The food's legit as fuck. I'll be honest. It's just your average diner food.
Yeah,
it's good.
right. Mm-hmm.
But, we're telling, shout out Brittany, our server, because I was like, let me get some onion rings of this thing. She's like, you know what we're going to do is we're going to have her order the onion rings because your meal comes with fries. It's going to save you $2. I'm like, oh, nice. All right, cool. And I just mentioned to her, I'm like, hey, she's like, oh, you guys got room for pie? I'm like, that's why we came here. Tomorrow's her birthday. Mm-hmm. We're here for pie. And she's like, oh.
Like, I don't care if I have room or not. It's going in my
face.
Of
free pie.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Birthday pie. So I'm like, well, I know what I'm doing every April 28th now.
Or just tomorrow, yeah. Like,
just tomorrow.
Like, hey, I'm here for, it's my birthday all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's my birthday.
Weren't you just here?
I got a slice of Oreo pie, and no joke, it was probably as big as my head.
Nice.
And for some goddamn reason, I ate the whole thing.
I can tell you why. Probably delicious.
Smucker's pie.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to say, anyone listening, if you're not from the Toledo area and you come here, you have to at least go to Smucker's to get the pie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is like an institution in our area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My former brother-in-law's dad used to do that for like any of our family get-togethers. He'd go get a whole mess of pies from there, for like so Thanksgiving and Easter and all that kind of stuff. You go get like 6 or 7 pies.
I've been there enough now that you walk in and you see the same weirdos working behind the counter, and I love it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You're going there a lot when you start recognizing the same weirdos from the customer side of things.
I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, you walk in and you're like, Mel, what's up? How's that pie you always get?
What's up, bro?
Yeah.
Getting a slice of that strawberry pie again, aren't you?
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, poof. I don't want to after this weekend. I don't even want to look at the scale because I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like I better swear sweatpants tomorrow at work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Just been nothing but savage eating all weekend.
Just make sure they're not gray ones.
That's all I have.
Oh, never mind. Because I was going to say, as warm as you usually get at work, those could be a nightmare.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, I actually, a couple weeks ago, I bought a pair of Dickies because my work jeans I've had.
Yeah.
I have 2 pairs of work jeans that I've had since I started at Metzger's. So they're like
a couple years
16 years old now
right.
or something.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about that because I was like, they could drive now. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. They're like Pope Holy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which are actually kind of nice to work in because you get a nice stiff breeze right in the crotch area. Like,
sure.
Yeah, I got all this ventilation rolling down here.
But then you get aroused while you're working, and there's that glass. It's probably a bad idea.
And is it? Probably.
Yeah, you shouldn't be cutting glass that way,
That's true. But so I bought these Dickies, and they're like gray.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh boy, went with gray, huh? Tony, what am I always telling you on this show?
Always wear darks.
Always wear darks.
That's all they had though. Because I grabbed 2 pairs of Dickies. I grabbed like the OG Dickies, and I grabbed this our style.
Yeah.
And the OG Dickies did not it was my size. It was the only size I could find for sure didn't fit.
Yeah.
Same size waist, and the other ones I bought fit perfect.
Were one stretch fit and the others weren't?
I don't know.
Yeah. Because I've noticed ever since like the whole stretch thing is hit men's clothing, it seems like pant sizes are different now than they used to be.
Everything's different, man.
Yeah, I know. It's like you get this, like every time I get something that's in the stretch size and I get my size, it's like, Jesus, this is like 3 sizes too big for me. And it's like, well, I'll just get regular pants and then those don't fit anymore. So
it's not what I'm used to.
What is going on, man? It's all upside down and topsy-turvy, man.
Yeah. Cats and dogs sleeping together. But, so I was like, well, whatever. I guess I'm getting these gray Dickies. And I've been, like, they don't breathe well, but I haven't had any of the soak through.
Well, that's good at least. Yeah. You're right. They don't breathe well because they're not supposed to really, because.
Yeah, because they're supposed to be like tough and
they're
shit.
Work pants. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God. We had a safety meeting at work. Just make me think of it. And they say explicitly when I started.
Yeah.
No like yoga pants. Well, there's women that wear yoga pants, and it's been brought up like, hey, they're not supposed to be wearing these. People don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So the safety meeting we had was about their protective gear, because every month we have a safety meeting.
Mm-hmm.
And one guy, because there's a lady that wears yoga pants that, some people shouldn't wear yoga pants.
Right.
She's in this category.
Well, in a workplace, most people shouldn't wear yoga pants because You know, just like, especially there, there's glass everywhere. Someone could kill themselves, like, because they're gawking, you know? Like
something like that.
Yeah. No, they just shouldn't be gawking, I know.
He's like, hey, since we're talking about safety gear and what we're supposed to be wearing, he's like, can I bring up the fact that no one should be wearing yoga pants? And it's safety guys like, well, it's really not my call. That's an HR thing.
Meanwhile, the safety guy's wearing yoga pants.
Exactly. But he's like, no, it is a thing. Because he's like, if she gets hit by a piece of glass, it's going to be like busting open a can of biscuits.
He's not wrong, though. I mean, that's part of why you're not supposed to wear them, I'm sure. You know,
for sure.
Yeah, because they're not going to stop anything.
And he's right. He's right. He's like, you know, if she gets cut, and now, because the one thing, I haven't talked about this yet, and every week I think about it. I'm going to talk about it now. Like, for the company I work for, where I work, we've got this massive safety record. Yeah. It's like 1,400 days with no incidents.
Oh, wow.
It's like the longest stretching in the company.
Right.
And our safety guy is very, like, every time we say to me, he's like, well, it's been fine. He reads off every day down to, like, the minute that we've had an incident.
Naturally.
And part of me is like, well, because where I work, it's like every quarter, if you and your department are safe, like, if you're safe, you get $100. If your whole crew is safe, it gets doubled.
Oh, wow. So you really want to, like, put the peer pressure on
really
people.
Want to be safe.
Yeah.
But there's also part of me is like, how much shit doesn't get reported?
Yeah. There's that. Yeah, right? Because you don't want to get those numbers marked down.
I don't want to lose my money.
Right. Oh,
you know? I'm not going to be like, oh, bro, you got cut. I'm going to be like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know?
Put some tape on it.
Lose all of our money?
Yeah.
You know?
Like, suck on your thumb for a while like an adult and get back to work.
Yeah, exactly. And that's and part of me is like, is that why, you know, our safety dude's like, oh, it's not my department because, you know. But if she gets cut, it's his problem.
Totally, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
But that whole busting open a can of biscuits, I about like pissed my pants. I was laughing so hard.
Right. But like I said, I mean, it is accurate though.
It's 100% accurate.
Because, like, I mean, that's why usually places like that. I mean, there's a reason why I don't know if it's mandatory or not, like steel toe boots and.
Oh yeah,
you know,
you have to wear steel toes with the built-in metatarsal guard.
Right. You would think, as far as pants go, you would want something at least jeans level.
Yeah, well,
because
that's what, I mean, when I worked at the last glass place, they're like work pants or jeans. That's what you're allowed to wear
because they're a tougher knit of pants. Yeah. So I mean, you're still probably going to get cut. But it usually will it's kind of like, you know, when you're riding a motorcycle, you know, there's a reason a lot of the people wear all that gears so you don't get road rash. Plus, you look bitching on your butt. No.
Fuck yeah, you look sick as fuck.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. But I've been thinking about that with that whole safety record. I'm like, how much shit just gets swept under the rug?
It does make you wonder, doesn't it?
Just to keep that record going.
Yeah.
And because, you know, I mean, the money's, you know, sure, I haven't got my safety bonus yet, but it's coming soon.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's the thing. Is like, you know, who doesn't want $200? I could see where you go out of your way to...
Yeah, $200 to not get hurt?
Yeah.
Okay.
$200 to basically just, you know, just do what you do. Or do what you're supposed to do, basically. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, twist my arm. I don't want to get hurt anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
yeah, right.
And it actually works out real good for me because the department I work in, it's only one other guy.
Wow. Talk about the peer pressure there.
Each other's back,
yeah.
You know?
Right. Yeah. One of you loses an arm, the other one's like immediately like making a paper mache arm for you real quick. Shut up. It hurts. Shut the fuck up. I'm not losing my $200.
It's right around the corner, you son of a bitch.
Told you, I got you.
Know. The old busting open a can of biscuits.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Did he actually point at her?
No, she wasn't in the meeting.
Oh, okay.
But everyone knows who he's talking about because there's a couple women that wear yoga pants.
Yeah,
and it shouldn't be allowed.
No, it shouldn't be. It's like if they show up to work in it,
definitely then, like it's every day, and it's like, what are you doing?
Right. It's like if they show up in them, they should be told they have to change or go home.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I mean, I know it's tough because you need the bodies a lot of times, but you know,
yeah.
It was the way it was when I worked at Hollywood Video, you know. If you showed up in the wrong thing, it was like if you've got the right thing, like shoes or whatever. It's like, and that's not even a danger thing. That's just uniform bullshit, you know. But it was, if somebody showed up in tennis shoes, I'd have to be like, hey, if you don't have other shoes, you know, you got to go.
Home.
I got to write you up and you go home, which is weird because
fuck out.
You end up just punishing yourself usually that way. But like, oh great, now exactly. I'm by myself for 3 hours.
Yeah, this is great.
And you get your ass kicked. Yeah.
Yeah, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Now this is different though because it is a safety situation. You really should be like requiring safety helmets, and someone shows up without one, and you're just like, don't worry about it.
You'll be fine. Just be aware.
Yeah. Don't get hit in the head with anything. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But I mean, for the most part, yeah. I mean, today, like I said, I hung out with 3 teen girls. We went to the mall. I wanted to.
Pretty awesome.
I wanted to dive off the highest building I could find in the area.
Did you get Mr. Hero while you were there?
No Mr. Hero, because we went out to breakfast. Went to Greg's. Shout out Greg's Grill.
That's fine and all, but still.
And then after the mall, I took him out to. We went out to Dragon's Roost and got some coffee, played a game. That was fun.
Yeah.
I actually played a cool game. I'm sure it's been around. It's like Betrayal on House on Hill. I don't know what the fuck it's called.
I know what game you're talking about because I saw your Instagram post on it, and
right.
I've seen it before.
Cool though. Because it's like as you play the game, every turn you if you want, you can make the house you're in bigger.
Okay.
Right, and as the house expands, it eventually hit a point where the spooky happens because every turn you roll dice. If the dice roll are less than the amount of certain cards are on the table, then the spooky happens.
No, please tell me it's actually in the verbiage is in the game that the spooky happens. That's not just
that's
you.
Just what we were saying.
Damn it!
They call it the haunting.
Oh no, the spooky's much better.
Yeah. But it's an interesting game because you don't know who the bad guy is until that moment.
Okay.
And it all depends on what card it's drawn and what room you're in. And you look at this chart and it tells you who the bad guy is.
Huh.
So for the first half the game, you're all working as a team. And then one person becomes the traitor.
Oh, nice.
And then it's like, oh shit. And these weird victory conditions happen.
Huh.
Like in our game, the one girl became the traitor and she got to control a ghost because it was called the seance.
Right.
So we had to try to kill her as the house starts collapsing over you. One of our people got trapped upstairs and the house collapsed, killed them.
Whoopsies. Well, that's what the spooky will do to you.
Yeah, exactly. That's what the spooky does. It's a pretty fun game, but it's we're looking at the menu of games you could pick from while we're ordering our coffee, and Leah's like, how about this one? I'm like, I've never played that game. She's like, well, I've watched people play it online. I was like, all right. And you open it up, and it's got 400 tokens. And I'm like, oh, God. what are we getting involved in?
Right? There's been a couple of the games you guys got over the years where I remember us sitting down for the first or second time, and you're or Don would get, and you just start unpacking, and you're just like, dude, it's going to take us all night to unpack this game, let alone, play it.
Yeah, that's what that game felt like.
Are we playing Axis and Allies? What's going on here?
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, it's a cool game. I'd play it again now that I kind of know how to do it.
Yeah.
But
so the person who's the traitor doesn't even know until that reveal point, right?
No one knows until that moment happens.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool. That's interesting because then you can't kind of figure it out ahead of time.
Yeah, you can't plan for it.
Because nobody would know, right?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it's an interesting game mechanic. It was pretty neat.
How many people can play? Or were you playing 4?
I think it was 3 to 5.
Such a weird... Okay.
I know. Well, you can't play... I get why you can't play 2, because then also it's one-on-one.
Right. No, it's just, and I guess I get it, why it's not 3 to 50 or something like that, so, yeah. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah, it was cool, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that was my day, basically.
Nice.
Or weekend, rather.
Yeah. I like it. Yeah, that sounds all right, though.
Right?
So,
and I've been started rewatching the IT Crowd, too, because it's amazing.
Because why not? Yeah, exactly.
And, a certain someone in the room has never watched it. I was like, well, this is bullshit.
Yep. I agree. That is unexcusable.
Unexcusable is correct.
Not inexcusable. Unexcusable.
Unexcusable.
Yeah. The spooky doesn't like that.
Yeah, that's what happens when the spooky happens.
Damn it. Oh, man. So I fired up Borderlands 3 last night.
Oh, that's right. You have that. How is it?
Yeah, because, one of the things I love about GameStop is that when you pre-order a game, like all you have to put down is $5, and then as long as basically within, I think it's like 2 days of the release of it, you pay it off. So I was like, well, I might as well, since I'm doing it this way, I'm like, I'm just gonna get the Steelbook like game season pass edition version, So went over and got that and threw it in last night because I was gonna play it the night before, but I just I had to do my was it the night before? I don't know. I had something else I was doing. So I was like, I don't really want to dig into this because, like usually like that first mission or two you do in Borderlands games take a while.
Yeah, like we know you've probably played this game before, but we got to show you in the longest, most arduous way possible how to play this game.
Right, which is fine, because they do show you any differences and, it does. Like now, it's, I've played the pre-sequel and whatnot off and on, so I wasn't like completely like as far as what buttons do what, but so I pull that up or throw it in, play it, and man, it was just like an old pair of socks, man. Just felt, just slipped right in and was familiar and everything. I decided to start with Flack, the Beastmaster guy.
Oh, okay.
Because I was looking at him and I'm like, it's interesting the way the characters are, because I almost feel like the group that they've made in this one will really be fun to play in a 4-person version.
Right.
Because of what each character kind of offers. But I was like, okay, well, what's going to be the best for single player, So I'm like, well, I'll go with the Beastmaster because you unlock a beast companion. So it's kind of like having a second person playing with you a little bit.
Yeah, I was like, that already seems pretty good.
Right? Like the one character that has where she jumps into the big robot seems pretty cool, but I think I'd rather play that when playing with someone else because, that's her power, thing. She's not in that all the time.
Right.
So, yeah, the Beastmaster guy I think's pretty cool because he's very like Claptrap's like, what can I call you or whatever, what's your name? And he's like, you may call me Flack until I decide if I'm going to kill you or not. Or something like that. The lines are pretty good in it. And, dude, when you unlock, cause you don't have the animal right away. You have to hit level 2 before you unlock it, which, doesn't take very long. So get to level 2, unlock the Skag, which is a dog basically in the game. And his dog's name is Mr. Chew. And
that's a great name.
Yeah, it is. Well, when you're near your animal, you can hit square and you basically it says touch animal, which should say pet or something, but whatever.
Molest animal.
Yeah. So the first time I do it, the dog kind of Skag turns and it starts like shaking its butt, and he's like, "Oh, look at the little butt shakes" or something like that. And the Skag every once in a while stops, and basically you hear like a peeing sound. But one thing I've noticed is it seems like I think when I was walking around, I think it randomly digs up stuff.
Oh, really?
Like I think it dug up a gun. Like, I mean, it was a shitty gun, but it still, dug one up.
That's kind of cool.
Because of all the, I got the, some of the stuff I got with the pre-order and whatnot. Like, you start off with, like, legendary stuff, So basically, anything you find is not going to be better than what you start with. Because you already have legendary everything to start.
Right.
But still, it was, like the one gun I have. Because all the guns have secondary... Or some of the guns have secondary features now.
Oh, nice.
Like the one gun I have, it's I forgot what the first function of it is, but then if you hit down on the D-pad, the shots become like shock shots. So they're
kind of like change the elemental.
Yeah, exactly.
Status of it or whatever.
Yep, and I from what I read, there's some higher end guns where you can change like to where it's got like almost everything on it.
That's cool.
I was like, oh, that'd be awesome. But yeah, I haven't done a whole lot. I only played a couple of the missions because what I was going to do was play until you get to, what's it called on this one? Sanctuary 3, I think, is the name of the ship that is basically the home base in the game. But I forgot, it's like, usually you go to one spot and then you have to do stuff, and eventually you get to that point, which is one thing I kind of don't like. I wish you could just get to your home base thing and then start really digging into the game, you know?
Yeah, fair enough.
But, mainly because I have, you know, I mean, I've got golden keys I can use, but then again, it's like, I'm level 2. It's like, you don't really want to unlock stuff at level 2.
Right.
You know, you'd rather wait till you're a little higher level. But like right now, I've got like 6 or 8 guns that are all level 10s that are ones I unlocked through doing the VIP stuff. So it's like once I hit level 10, I'm going to have these amazing weapons, basically.
Hey, that seems good.
Yeah, but like the grenade I started out with, it was a legendary one. When you throw it, when it's near an enemy, they basically just start bleeding money.
Really?
Yeah. Because I threw it and you just keep seeing money just pouring out of the guys, basically. So, like the first guy I hit with it, I think I got like $800 out of him.
I mean, also seems good.
That was pretty cool, yeah. But then, like, when you beat the first mission, like when I did Lilith, it's like, oh, here's this amazing grenade, which was better than the other one, so, you know.
Right.
Because that one is epic level instead of legendary. So, but anyways,
Man,
yeah.
I do enjoy some Borderlands.
Yeah. Me too. I just need some more people to play with, though.
Well, you know, in theory.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. Well, it's like
in theory, Brian.
Keep looking at the friends list, and I'm like, man, I don't see anybody else playing this game. Like, damn it. So.
I mean, maybe I don't know, Phillips and the Shooters.
I don't know.
You know?
I don't know. I need
Just
to
saying, I know
strong
he's out
arm
there.
T into it.
Gosh. That dude's like been a goddamn ghost.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I need on my team.
Oh yeah, good point.
He can be the spooky of the team.
The spooky.
I had to be very careful how I said that. I don't want any misconstruing of anything there. Yeah.
God damn it, you're right.
Yeah, I know. That's why it was pouring out of my mouth. I was like, "Fuck,
no."
Yeah. So,
I mean, you know. I mean, I can just say, you know.
Not a race.
Yeah, right.
Thanks, Macho.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not a racist.
Not a racist. All right. Well, yeah. Enough of that. Quick update on GTA 5. I have not won a car this week so far. Pretty disappointed about that.
I mean, I haven't won a car in a long time.
I've won two shirts, but my streak's on the line, man.
Right?
I only got a couple days left.
I've been like.
Actually, no. Today's the last day of the thing. I think it resets on Mondays.
I don't know.
Anyway,
this weekend we should play.
Yeah, yeah. Because I goofed. I need some help. I accidentally bought a nightclub.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't realize when you buy a nightclub, you don't just start making money.
You have to like set it up and
you have to do some quests first. So, like, I have to go steal speakers from somewhere, and I have to do a couple of. I think you have to lure a DJ over and stuff. And from what I was reading, it sounds like you have to like keep doing stuff to keep making money. Like you have to make sure your club stays on the high end. So
yeah, I haven't.
I goofed.
I haven't bought one yet because I just haven't had the scratch. I end up, buying other stuff.
Well, that's the thing is I meant to buy the arena thing first, and I didn't, and it's too late now.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, yeah.
Because unlike a lot of people, I'm not investing real money in this.
Nope, me either. Yeah.
I've already invested enough.
Yeah, exactly.
By buying the game.
Yeah, that $25. That's it. That's all I'm putting into it.
Yeah. But, I don't know. I haven't won a car yet. I keep winning like money and shit, which is fine, whatever.
Yeah, I'm never gonna balk at money or like respect points. Those are okay to open too, because they unlock things. But
right, exactly.
Yeah, this week I've been winning clothes. Not happy about that.
Yeah.
So,
but whatever, Trevor.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Oh, dude,
I like
real quick. So you know how one of the missions in the thing or the achievement things is to rob 5 stores or whatever. Yeah. So So last night, because I'm at a point to where I have the thing with Lester unlocked, where I can call him and for a couple $100 or whatever, he makes the police go away.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to rob this store and then just do this and just try to get the achievement without really having to deal with running away from the cops.
I mean, it seems like a legit move.
So I robbed the store. No more get the phone call to him. And I hit the button to basically, to tell him to get the wanted level dropped. And the fucking clerk at the store pulls out some small machine gun and just cuts my ass
Just
down.
kills you.
I still technically got credit for robbing it because he had already given me the money. So at least I got credit for it. But it cracked me up so much.
Isn't that the way it goes?
Yeah. And another one, dude, like some rando killed me while I was robbing the store. Yeah, somebody else shot me and I turned around and shot at them. Then they ran outside and they were shooting me from outside.
Really?
Yeah, but it wasn't unless there's like undercover cops or something I'm not aware of because it was.
I mean, I didn't think there was.
I don't think so.
Anything's possible, I guess?
It just showed a little red circle, like an enemy, and that was it. And yeah, they took me out. So
that's bizarre world.
Yeah. Again, I got credit for robbing that store because I already had the money, but still.
Well, as you should.
Mm-hmm. So I was like, damn. I was like, man. I was like, am I gonna have to roll too deep to rob stores now?
Maybe.
I mean, maybe, yeah. Jeez. Jesus.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, I've been itching. Like I usually been trying to hop on at least once a day just to do the stupid casino stuff.
Yeah, right.
And then if I got some time, I'll like just kind of like check out the city or whatever. But
yeah.
I can't remember what the fuck I was gonna say about it.
All right.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I haven't really been playing like anything deep in it. I basically like you. I'm jumping on, doing the wheel spin, get my chips.
Yeah.
Then I usually will randomly sell a car to the customs shop because usually out in the casino parking lot they have like that baller SUV, and that's like $9,000 usually. So I'll just
that's easy money.
Drive it right over, sell it real quick. And then when Simon wants a car, usually I can find one of those pretty easy, and then that's usually another, $5,000 to $10,000,
Yeah.
and then that's usually about all I do on, otherwise. Or like last night, I was waiting because I still had to wait for the casino thing, so I went and played a couple rounds of golf. So it gives you a lot of XP or respect points or whatever you call them.
Well, I think it's great that it's like GTA is such a good golf and tennis game as well.
Yeah. It is actually the tennis or the golf game is decent. I haven't figured out how to play tennis yet, so.
The only reason I know how to play tennis is because if you play single player, there's a part where you and Michael's son go. You're playing that psychopath whose name I can't think of.
Right, molester. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys go play tennis together.
Right.
I was like, oh, this is actually a pretty decent tennis game. Who knew?
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah,
funny how that works.
The first time I played golf was because one of my daily objectives was play a round of golf. So I was like, all right, I went over and yeah, I'm okay.
Like, yes, I will.
Yeah. So it's pretty quick, but it was amazing how much RP or whatever it gives you though. It gives you quite a bit.
Just from playing golf, huh?
Just from playing a round of golf, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Like I think like was it like 3 or 4 rounds of golf basically will almost level you up a whole level.
Huh.
So I'll play a round or two occasionally, just especially if I'm getting close to leveling, I'll go ahead and play around just to bump me over. And
now, if you're playing golf, do you hear all the nonsense that goes on in the city around you?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, I wonder because I didn't know if like you'd be out there trying to play golf and some asshole on a
that would be
jet-powered motorcycle flies by,
No, nothing like that. Although I've seen some. Have you ever paid attention to some of the random shit that happens in the background when you're playing?
Yeah, like people just suddenly they start shooting at each other for some reason, or the cops show up.
Yeah, like I'm playing like when I was in the single player mode, like right after I was playing. Oh no, yeah, and somebody got hit by a car. And when they got hit by a car, the ambulance shows up, right? Well, the guys get out of the ambulance, they run up to the guy. When they do, some rando dude just runs up and steals the ambulance.
That's hilarious.
And I was like, I don't remember seeing that before, but whatever, you know. And the other night, I'm just driving. Next thing you know, there's this big explosion. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, someone drove into the pumps at the gas station, and there's this huge explosion off of it. I was like, what the fuck? So, yeah.
I love stuff like that.
Just rando shit happening in the background. Yeah.
Rando shit.
Like, I'm glad I didn't go the one way, because if I did, I would have been right by that gas station, you know? Could have killed me.
Yeah, right? No one needs that.
Nope. So, you know, last week we talked about Founders selling? Yeah. Man, have you seen the news this week? There's at least two more breweries selling.
No, I didn't see that.
Dark Horse is selling.
Really?
But Dark Horse, I believe, is selling to like another Michigan brewery.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, dude, and I didn't realize this. It looks like, from the thing I read, Dark Horse's output from the year before to this year is down like 50-some%.
Holy shit,
yeah,
that's crazy.
It sounds like they're not in a good way, and I have a feeling that the place bought them because there's still value there. You know, there's name brand value, plus some of their beers, obviously, there's still value in. And
I mean, they got some delicious beers.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, that's probably more of a move that it's like, hey, we're in some trouble, let's merge with this other place and blah, blah. I guess the original owner is going to maintain, I forgot what it is, some
controlling interest or whatever.
I don't think it's controlling. I think he's going to keep some of the stock, basically.
Mm.
Shoot, I'm sorry. I thought I had that article. I must not have sent that one to myself.
Part of me kind of feels like we're starting to reach that craft beer bubble.
Yep, I think so too.
You know?
Yep, because I think there's too much other stuff going on now. Like I said last week with seltzers and the what do you call it? The non-alcoholic movement that's kind of, you know, getting popular here.
I just hope my favorite places like locally stay open, basically.
Yeah. That's kind of my thing at this point, I guess, is it's like, I get, you know, you're going to sell. It sucks, but whatever, you know. Shoot, where is it? Oh, here we go. Metro Detroit brewer Rochester Mills Production Brewery, known for its milkshake stout, is being acquired by a California-based brewer that will bring its cannabis-infused beer to Michigan.
Oh, I have seen articles about the cannabis beer, but I didn't realize it was all about buying someone else.
Right. Two Roots Brewing Company will expand its products into Michigan with the acquisition of Rochester Mills, which is a good name because it's from Rochester. Like, there's Rochester Hills, Michigan, so Rochester Mills is, you know.
Right.
I appreciate the name there. Yeah, so it's just, like, really interesting that, to me, that we're seeing more and more of this now. So, I'm with you. It's like the part that concerns me the most is that how over the last 5 to 10 years, how much of the money that Michigan is producing is coming from beer.
Oh yeah, right.
And if that market starts to take a downturn, that's no bueno for the state, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
So I hope that's not the case. I hope it's just more of the opposite way, which is that some of them are doing so well that these other breweries are like, man, we need a piece of that, you know.
Right, exactly.
So I hope
Hopefully
it's more
that's
of that.
the case.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. With Founders, I think that is the case, you know.
Yeah.
I think Founders is big enough now, and there's such a brand loyalty there that why wouldn't you want a piece of that, or all the pieces of it almost?
Well, it's like I got it, you know, because I'm part of Founders cadre, so I get the emails and shit.
Yeah.
And they're going to be selling tickets for CBS sales, right?
Right.
Which I went to a couple years ago, but the prices are crazy. Yeah. It's like if you want to pick up like a 4-pack or 2 bombers, it's like almost $50 just to get tickets to buy them.
Oh wow!
You know what I'm saying? No, I think you get the beer in the process, but still, it's so expensive.
Yeah.
Which, like last winter when CBS came out, I found it everywhere.
Yeah, right.
Although I did hear that in theory, Founder said they're never brewing it again after this year.
Really?
which is interesting.
Why wouldn't you brew that beer unless there's a cost reason? But even then, raise the price. People will pay it gladly.
Yeah.
Considering what we've heard and seen on trade boards and stuff, you know.
Oh, for sure, right?
Where people are like, they've got it. And I've seen posts where people are like, hey, you know, we went to the release thing and who wants, you know, this rare, you know, or some of this other, or some of these beers you can't get or whatever, you know. So I'm sure they could get more.
I could be wrong, but I swore I saw that when I was perusing some random beer stuff. That founder's like, yeah, we're not brewing it after this year.
Man, that'd be terrible.
I know, right?
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's plenty of other, you know, fine beers and everything. Like we said before, it's, you know, it's a spoils of the riches for sure, you know?
Yeah.
So, okay, really quick here. I want to correct myself. Technically, Dark Horse is not selling. They're merging.
Oh, okay.
With Roke Brewing Company, which is in Royal Oak, which that's a great name.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Roke's beers. They make some good beers.
It says that they're going to, technically they'll be acquiring, but they're calling it a merger. Like the company, Roke is calling it a merger, not a buyout. It says allowing Dark Horse owner Aaron Morse to have owner's interest. So yeah, he's still controlling, what do you call it? Dark Horse's path a little bit, but, yeah, it says basically what they're doing is by merging, they're making it to where both brands can stick around. Like to make sure that basically there's money for both brands, which I've seen that in other businesses and stuff where sometimes two will merge because they go, hey, separately we're but together we're a big enough force. It's going to be hard for us to go under basically.
Yeah, we can be strong together.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, in those cases. Plus, again, that's being bought by or merging with a what do you call it? Another Michigan one.
Right.
So, you know, that makes me feel a little bit better at least.
Just a wee bit.
Yeah. I mean, it's still, you still never know, but I guess as long as, what's his name, controls shares of it, it's probably fine, but.
Yeah, for sure. I hope so, because I mean, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I do love me some, Smells Like a Safety Meeting and Crooked Tree and.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I didn't.
All that.
Oh, okay. Apparently this didn't work out. It says that last year Roke announced that they were going to acquire Right Brain, but apparently it says it didn't. The merger never happened. So
man, Right Brain's good too.
Yeah, Right Brain is good too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. It says it won't change the either company's product or production at this point, which obviously, you know, you never know. Yeah, no closing of anything and whatever. Because I'd read something else that there was rumors that because of this that they were that they may close Dark Horse's like tap house, and I'm like, why would they do that? There's nothing else near there. Like,
yeah, that's like people drive there.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, man, the pizza is good. You know, food there is good.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe if they because they got a bunch of shit. Like they've got the creamery up there and a coffee house and a motorcycle repair place.
Yeah.
Maybe if they kind of shut down some of the satellite stuff.
That I could understand, but just keep the beer part of it open. But anyway, yeah. That's moving and shaking in the Michigan beer world.
Yeah, right. Weird.
Like I said, hopefully it's all for the best here. So, especially with the brands that we really like, you know.
Like, yeah, exactly.
I don't mind it so much if like two beer or two breweries that we like merge, because then you're like, well, you know, both are known for like that one, you know.
They become the Hannah Montana beers then. It's the best of both worlds.
Oh, all right. That's where you're going with that. Okay. Wasn't sure. I was scared for a minute.
Scared.
I needed comforting.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. So I wanted to mention this a couple of weeks ago, and I forgot because autocorrect screwed me. I sent this email to myself that basically the story is that someone. Well, let me make sure I mute this site so some random shit doesn't just start playing. The headline from the New York Post is Maid of Honor wears T-Rex costume after being told she could wear anything.
I mean, They said anything.
That's right. I got mad respect for that. Now, when the email went through, it said tree costume, so I just passed right over it because that's not very exciting. So had it said T-Rex costume, of course.
Be all over it.
Yeah. Now, my favorite thing is that in this picture, you see the bride and the groom in the middle, you know, the guy performing the ceremony, and then right behind the bride is
just a T-Rex.
A T-Rex, and then three other ladies behind her. You know, so
that's amazing.
Yep. Was it? The woman says, "When you're the maid of honor and told you can wear anything, you choose. I regret nothing."
Yeah, that sounds like a bad bitch right there. I like her.
Yeah. It was her sister's wedding, and the sister says, "My sister's awesome, and I genuinely was not kidding when I said she could wear whatever she wanted. So, good on her for taking it in stride."
Yeah, at least it didn't turn into like a Bridezilla versus, the T-Rex kind of thing.
That could have been great, though. Watch it, you just see this bride just kicking this T-Rex's ass or something. I mean, that would have been crazy.
Would have been something.
The footage of that,
Jurassic Park themed wedding.
Yeah.
Great idea.
I enjoyed that, though, because...
Yeah, that's awesome.
The only downside to it is it's great, it's funny, it's a nice memory, but at the same time, it's like, can you imagine, like, this picture being your, like, the one you're going to look at 20, 30 years from now, and, you know.
Like on the 50th anniversary.
Yeah. Good shit. What'd be great is if, down the road they renew their vows and the sister gets the costume again.
Yeah, dust it off.
Yeah. Huh. Oh, man.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Honey,
Good
there's
stuff.
something I have to tell you. What's that? I cheated on you with your sister. The T-Rex? Oh, shit. I think I just found my new soap opera.
My sister, the T-Rex?
Yep. Why is everyone so fascinated with her?
Because T-Rex.
Yep. I mean, the only downside, she gives the worst hand jobs, but other than that, really toothy blowjobs too. But
it's super toothy.
Super toothy, yeah. Oh shit! But good stuff. Kudos to you, ma'am.
Yeah, really, for sure.
Mm-hmm. So you got any story stuffs or? I got a couple other things.
I have one that I told you. Some of them I think I'm gonna hang on to because I know we're getting towards the end of our run here. So we still got to do Dude Mountain too.
Yeah. We're at an hour and a half, so yeah, we're getting pretty close to that point.
Yeah, I was like, I could feel it in my bones.
Mm.
But just remember, right before we started, I was like, oof, here's a depressing one we got to talk about.
Yeah, definitely.
What does PUBG stand for again? Is it like public
Players Underground or Players Unknown Battleground or something like that? Yeah.
So this Indian guy, right? 25-year-old Indian man. Apparently his dad was like, bro, you're like addicted to video games and shiznit, and you should probably stop playing them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And like, the father like cut off the internet connection. The father's 65 years old, so he has no clue about, Players Unknown Battlegrounds or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it either because I've never played it.
Yeah.
But he's like, hey man, you're addicted to video games. You should like get a job, and I'm cutting off the internet and I'm taking your cell phone. So like any rational 25-year-old man would do when their Faja says no internet, no phone, stop playing this game, is you lock up all the family members in another room and you beat your father to death and then chop him into several pieces.
Sure, as one does, yeah.
As one does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how you settle dispute, by beheading your papa.
Wow, man. That's...
What the fuck is wrong with people? How good is this game? Do I need to play this?
I don't think it's that good.
I don't think it's that good either.
I mean, I played for like a hot minute, and that's all I've played it. So
it's basically just Fortnite, right? But not as silly.
I think so. I don't remember which of them was out first, but yeah.
I mean, every game has a battleground feature in it now, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
GTA Online has it now.
Yeah.
Every game has it.
Right. Yeah, I
You
don't
see me chopping people up.
Well, it's because you don't play, man. Once you play, you'll get it.
Oh.
You'll start playing and be like, man, this game is so good, I would, hack up a loved
game
one.
Is so dope. I'm going to cut off somebody's head and legs.
Yep. As one does, yeah.
As one does.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Just every time I see some sort of bizarre story when someone's like, hey, man, stop playing this video game. They go, raw, and they kill them.
Yeah.
I'm always like, man.
I know, right?
How good is that game?
It's probably not that good. It's just that person be crazy.
But what if we don't know what we're talking about? It's that good.
I mean, I guess it could be. I know some people who play, but I don't know
Have they killed anybody yet?
No, they just probably haven't had the right chances. Yeah.
And just not in the right circumstances.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. Oddly enough, they stop under their own volition. They don't have somebody yelling at them to stop. So that'll teach you to be concerned about your kids' gameplay. Yeah. Eesh.
Eesh is right.
Well,
I got a couple more, but I'm going to hang on to them for the next time, Brian.
All right. Well, speaking of somebody dying,
you don't say.
This is from Newsweek. It says that apparently, this is an old story from a few weeks ago. Sex robots could be hijacked by hackers and used to cause harm or even kill people, a cybersecurity expert has warned.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait, this guy has a weird name, doesn't he? Don't they interview some sort of sex robot expert? I think I read this article.
The only expert I see here is Nicholas Patterson.
I swore there was some goofy-ass name dude.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got to do some Googling.
Okay. Well,
my eyes deceive me.
Because I love this, because then they go on to, they cite, talking about how, how these robots could be upwards of 200 pounds and very strong. Once a robot is hacked, the hacker has full control and can issue instructions to the robot. The last thing you want is for a hacker to have control over one of these.
I mean, it's true, right?
Picture one of those just strangling you, and somebody's like, harder, so.
Hard.
Yeah.
It doesn't know the,
well, like they point out too, researchers have already discovered security flaws with Bluetooth-enabled sex toys, which my favorite was still the fact that somebody could hack your butt plug.
What the hell are they going to do with that?
Well, it's a vibrating one and such, so they could turn it all the way up.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, but, I would assume you would get it out of there quick, but,
or not.
Or not. Yeah, right. Whatever you're into,
Depends on what you're into, exactly.
Yeah, fair enough.
Right?
Yep.
God damn it. This is really going to annoy me, because I swear the dude had a crazy-ass name.
Oh, all right.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
All right.
I'll get over it.
Okay. I just thought this was kind of terrifying and funny, so.
I mean, it's definitely something.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm a hacker, I'm for sure going to be searching people's Wi-Fi networks for sex robots.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be great just even hacking. I don't even know if they talk, but if you could hack into it and just have them say bizarre shit like I don't know, like a meatloaf recipe, starts reading it off.
That's pretty hot. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Have a cup of bed comes.
Go on, baby. I'm almost there.
Yeah.
Tell me
the egg.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Yeah. Mush it with them hands. Yeah.
Oh, coat it with ketchup.
Right. That would be good fun.
Some good old sex robots.
Yep. All right, so I have one other thing I want to do before we get into Dude Mountain.
Here. The doodliest of mountains?
The doodliest of mountains, yeah. Now that we have a week to talk about. So they announced the finalists for the 2019 National Toy Hall of Fame.
Oh, shit.
So there's 12 finalists. Only 2 or 3 will be inducted.
Okay.
So I want to real quick go over the things, just we can talk about it and see if we can kind of guess what the 3 will be, or 2 or 3, I should say. So first one on here is Care Bears.
I mean,
They were huge,
Obvious.
and they've been around forever. Like, they just
Should
keep
be.
coming back.
Yeah, they should just be like voted immediately.
Well, we'll see. Coloring book.
Oh, fuck that shit. Get out of here, you.
You don't think coloring books are toys?
Nope, that's art project.
All
It's
right,
not
fair
toy
enough.
at all. I've never sat down and pretended I'm one coloring book, shot another coloring book in the face.
I have. You should
No.
try it. It's pretty exhilarating.
The ultimate prey.
Yeah, coloring books. Although I will say this in their favor, the one that they picture is The Days of the Dinosaur. It's got T-Rex on the cover. So
That's awesome.
yeah, good move. The next one is the Fisher-Price Corn Popper. Remember those?
Oh boy, do I ever remember
Yeah,
that.
I mean, I still
My
play with
kids
one.
had one.
Yeah, I still use one. I was playing with one earlier today.
Right?
All right, I wasn't, but still.
Should be.
Jenga.
I
mean, you think about Jenga started as just some silly tabletop game and what it's turned into now. I mean,
yeah, I mean, I guess I can't fault it because I'm a big fan of the oversized backyard
right?
Jenga.
And there's a channel on Snapchat that even came up with a thing where they have people who are like on a date or whatever. They basically play Truth or Dare via Jenga.
You know what? Which is really weird is someone for Christmas once upon a time bought Jeannie and I a Truth or Dare Jenga. It had like red blocks.
Yeah.
And then wood blocks, and the red ones were like the naughty ones.
Oh, naughty.
Yeah.
Nerdy.
Actually, you know what's the best use for Jenga ever?
Beating someone?
Yes. No.
No.
There's this role-playing game. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head now, which really sucks.
Okay.
But you don't use dice. You just use storytelling and a Jenga.
Oh, really? So basically you pull out a piece and it's got like a story point
No,
or
it's
something?
not even that. So it's like, say I'm the GM and you're playing and there's other people and you're like because it's all horror based, right?
Okay.
And it's like say a monster's attacking and you're like, I'm going to attempt to,
shit my
slam
pants.
the door closed before the monster gets to us.
Right.
I go, okay, you pull a Jenga block.
Oh, okay.
If you pull a Jenga block and the tower is fine, you succeed.
Oh, that's interesting.
If the tower falls, your character dies.
That's kind of cool because as the game goes on, it'd be harder and harder.
It gets more and more
Okay.
suspenseful.
That's all right.
And sometimes it's like an exceptional task. Like you have to pull 2 blocks.
Oh, nice. See, you could just do that. Like you could play in D&D. You could just pull that line, or maybe not D&D, but whatever. So yeah, that's cool.
Like I'm going to Google it real quick because it's RPG using Jenga.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to move on to the next one because I think this will be an easy talk for us.
Yes.
Magic the Gathering.
Dread. It's called Dread.
Dread. Okay. I've never seen Magic as a toy, but by toy, the word toy is loose for this thing. It's basically anything that's played and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, to me, this game has been around since 1993.
Right.
So that's what, 26 years?
Right.
That's
Crazy.
a long fucking time for a game that was seen as just some dumb game at one point,
Right, that is true.
So, to me, this one belongs in there for so many reasons. There's so many things that this game is responsible for, teaching problem solving, teaching critical thinking, people have gotten social interactivity out of it with other people. A lot of those people being introverted, right. And then, I think this game has really contributed a lot. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's also just taken so much money from people.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
As any successful toy though,
See that? I have a hard time classifying as a toy, like you were saying.
That's the thing though, is it's like a lot of these over the years as I've looked at some
books, I'm like, this isn't a toy.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's tough because, like I said, it's on one hand to me it's like a first ballot Hall of Famer, but on the other hand, like you said, it's like, well, it's not really a toy.
Well, like if this was a tabletop Hall of Fame, I'd be like, boom, it's in.
Yeah, if this was a game Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
100%, no question.
When you said Jenga, I was like, it's not really a toy.
Right. But again, Jenga's been around a long time. It's come a long way. There's been various, variations of it and all this stuff. So it's like, I get why it's where it is on the list and stuff, All right, so the next one Masters of the Universe toys.
Oh, well, duh.
Yeah, right? To me, I'm like, how's this not in already?
Yeah, exactly. No
fuck?
shit.
How you going to keep He-Man out? And
She-Ra,
She-Ra,
built
I
a
guess.
museum around it.
I was trying to see if it includes She-Ra or not. They picture She-Ra, but I don't know if it does or not. So, all right, the next one. This one's a tough one. Matchbox cars.
What about Hot Wheels?
Oh, Hot Wheels are already in.
Oh, well, then there's no room for Matchbox. I don't tell you.
One or the other, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you know that Matchbox is owned by Mattel now?
So they're double dipping those
Yeah.
bastards?
Yeah.
What a bunch of assholes.
You were
I'm never
like
buying a Match.
because
You know what I'd feel better about it if they actually fit into a Matchbox, not like a big one that holds like 500 matches.
well, they used to come in. I think like the boxes that they used to come in actually looked like Matchboxes. So at least there was that.
If they still did that, I would have mad respect for them.
Yeah, but they don't because they're jerks.
Yeah.
So, there's some stuff about this I didn't know. Did you know Matchbox cars debuted in 1952?
Really?
Yeah.
Were they made of like pure lead so kids can eat them and get all specialized?
Just matchsticks, you know? No.
Yeah, just matchsticks.
They just put wheels on some matches, you know?
Yeah.
By 1960, Matchbox cars annually sold more than 100 million units in America.
Damn.
Yeah. Hot Wheels came out in 68.
Really?
Yep, and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2011, which makes sense because when you think of
Hot
small cars, you think Hot Wheels. You don't think Matchbox. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm. But because I remember growing up, it was like I never wanted Matchbox because those were like the redheaded stepchild of, it was like they were the knockoffs. They were the GoBots. You know?
Yeah, the GoBots of the miniature car world is for sure a Matchbox.
Which is a great thing because GoBots were out before Transformers, Matchbox were out before Hot Wheels, and they're viewed in very similar fashions.
100% accurate.
So I don't know about that one. All right, This next one, My Little Pony.
I mean,
pretty iconic.
No, bronies.
Right. You're right.
The brony revolution, those should be like banished immediately.
All right, I'm with you on that actually. Nerf blasters.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, it's hard to say no to Nerf on that because again, Nerf has had Nerf never went away really. It's just always been strong.
Yeah. First, like, hey, we're gonna come out with like foam footballs.
Yeah.
Now it's like, hey, we just had this sweet minigun that shoots foam bullets at people.
Right. Yeah. It's pretty crazy some of the stuff they put out. My favorite still ends up being the sniper rifle. I still wish I would have bought one of those.
Yeah, right.
The thing shoots like 50 feet or something like that or whatever it is. I don't know.
I wish they had like a Barrett 50 cal that was like CO2 powered with a big giant foam, like it shot like the foam arrows used to shoot at each other.
Oh, geez, those were fun. You know my favorite Nerf product that either of us has ever had? You want to take a wild stab at it?
Oh, Nerf fencing.
Oh, that was good, but no.
Oh, okay, then I have no idea.
Dude, Nerf golf.
Oh, yeah, Nerf golf was the shit.
Remember we used to set it up all over your house and just hit golf balls everywhere inside your
house? Oh, yeah. It was like basically indoor putt-putt.
Yeah, that was all sorts of fun. Down your stairs and, yeah. We had a blast with
that.
My
cats would get involved. We'd run roundhouse them.
Yep, got to play it where it lies, hitting right off the cat's head sometimes. Yeah.
Yep, play it where it lies.
Yep. All right, the next one is Risk.
It's a game.
Yeah. So that's the thing is, I think, like I said, they consider games and all that kind of stuff in the same category. So, I'm kind of with you. I feel like it should be separate. Like, I almost feel like it should be like, I don't know, like there should be a better word than toys or whatever, Hall of Fame, and then there should basically be like the games wing, the toys wing. You know, that's more
categories.
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, I could see Risk being picked because, I mean, again, the game's been around since since '59.
It's a classic.
Yeah, and it's still played regularly.
People. I'm sure there's people playing it right now.
Yeah, I'm playing it right now.
Holy shit!
No,
I'm playing it in my pants.
I can't wait to see your reaction on this one.
Oh boy,
smartphone.
You say a smartphone?
I sure did.
Whoever made this list should be executed immediately.
Well, it's the Toy Hall of Fame. That's right from their website.
No, that's right out.
Yeah,
right out.
I think we're at that tipping point, my friend. stuff that's considered toys. Like I said, you know, in 20 years, you go to a garage sale kind of a thing, you're not going to see a lot of actual toys. It's going to be electronics, you know?
Yeah, but I can't abide by a smartphone being in the Toy Hall of Fame. That's a hard no.
All right, fair enough. The next one, and the last one here, the top.
Like the little spinny
top?
top?
Yeah, a top.
That's a toy. I can get behind it.
Yeah, and it's been around since ancient times, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, you know, dreidel, right?
Right? It says, children today still play with this classic toy. Bullshit. You show me that kid. No.
if there was like an 8-year-old boy or a girl, it doesn't matter, ripped open their birthday present, it was a fucking top. That thing's going right in the like recycle bin.
Right? Like, they'd probably be more likely to spin their smartphone.
Yeah, for sure. A top. Oh, children still play with these, do they?
Okay, so of this list, if you had to pick,
tops playing are in
the 4 tops?
same-sex marriages or whatever.
Whoa, jeez. Oh boy. All right, so you have to pick 2 or 3 of these. What do you pick?
Oh boy. Well, obviously Masters of the Universe.
Right. I'm with you.
Obviously Care Bears.
I think you're right.
I mean, Care Bears stare for days.
Right.
And I mean, as dumb as it is, I gotta go with the stupid fucking top. How is the top not in there? It's been around forever.
You know, it's funny because you would think in like the first years of it, it would be mostly like the old, like Jack's top, you know, pickup sticks, like
that stick with the hoop that you'd run next to.
Right. You'd think it would get all the old school shit out of the way, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Or, you know, I'm actually surprised they don't do something that's like a legacy thing to where it's like, okay, one thing that's going in is guaranteed like some old school shit that deserves like the top. Perfect example.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, really, how's the top not in there? This seriously used to be a like legit toy for kids, you know?
Yeah.
Oddly enough, that somehow activated Siri on my phone.
Weird. It's sending all this whole conversation to the top council.
Oh, shit.
Of the United States.
Not
It's
again.
kind of like the Illuminati.
I don't want to fight with them again.
All right.
Yeah.
It's the same Illuminati symbol, but it's an upside-down pyramid. It's kind of rounded off. Looks like a top.
Yes. Yeah, it's exactly. The pyramid with the eye, but it's upside down. Yeah.
Yeah. The eye's all like crazy looking because it's dizzy.
See, I'm kind of with you. Is like I think to me, Care Bears and Masters of the Universe to me are no question. And if I had to pick a third, I mean, I know we both hate the whole games thing, but man, I really want to put Magic as the third thing. But
well, I'm like ignoring the whole game. There should be, if there was like I said, if they're like, okay, we're inducting toys, and then we're inducting games, I'm like, okay.
All right. In all
This
seriousness,
list makes
here,
sense to me.
If we're doing this in all seriousness here, and I say, okay, it comes down to you either have to pick My Little Pony or Nerf. What do you pick?
Oh, Nerf all the way.
Right? That's no, it's just the Nerf blaster. It's not Nerf in general. It's just the guns, basically.
I mean, you know,
but still,
I celebrate our Second Amendment to have Nerf blasters.
Yeah. Well, not to mention, if you go into a store right now and you walk down the toy aisle, there's like at least half an aisle that is just Nerf stuff now.
Right.
There is not that big of a space for My Little Pony or Care Bears or, well, obviously He-Man, but or Masters of the Universe, whatever. But, you know, even when we were kids, there was a good section of Nerf stuff. So,
I mean, here's what I can tell you, Brian.
Yeah.
Is I cannot right now go onto an adult website and find Nerf-based products for ass play.
Are you sure about
My
that?
Little Pony.
Are you sure about that?
I'm absolutely sure about that.
I feel like someone's probably used a Nerf football for ass play.
I mean, you're probably right. The one with like the fins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you got to have a flange,
Dude,
right?
do you remember? I don't know if they still make them. Do you remember that one that I had that was like that red? I think it was like a reddish color and black, and it had like the vent things that was kind of twisted because it was supposed to
whistled a little bit.
Yeah, so it's supposed to throw like wicked spirals, bro.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Well, let's So yeah, there's your finalists for this year's Toy Hall of Fame. I'm not sure.
I mean, I kind of want to check out the website just to see what's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
See what's going to be bad, disappointing, like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was the first time I went to it.
Yeah. I also wonder if there's rules like in baseball Hall of Fame, like after so long, if you don't get voted in, then you go to like the Veterans Committee. If they don't vote you in, basically you're done. Like that's it. You done ski.
Yeah, you're out.
I wonder if it's that way with toys too. I wonder if they can only be on so many times, or if there's a limitation.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah. I just hope smartphone doesn't make it.
Yeah, if smartphone makes it, I mean, we're not meant for this world.
Watch smartphone will make it in. Top will still be sitting on the outside, unloved.
Yeah.
Just like in the real world. Yep.
Yep. Meanwhile, you can download a Top app on your smartphone.
That's the funny part of it. You could probably download apps that have to do with almost all of the things involved.
I know, but it's not the same, man.
No, it's not. I know. All right, let's move on to some Dude Mountain.
Did you say Dude Mountain, Brian?
I did say Dude Mountain.
Oh, shit.
The dudeliest of mountains, as you said.
Dude Mountain.
I haven't heard that in a long time.
Spooky Mountain.
Speaking of spooky noises.
Did you pull the stats up? Because I didn't.
I did, Brian.
Okay,
good.
Glad.
So we're gonna start at the bottom like we do in Dude Mountain, down in the basin of the broth.
Yeah.
The salty bottoms are the bottom of Dude Mountain.
Huh. Well, fancy that.
That kind of fits right.
Mm-hmm.
Tied for ninth place, you got the Ditz and Dan show. I added show because I think it sounds better.
Yeah.
And you got the mascot super fight, tied for ninth.
Mm-hmm.
And it's firmly in eighth place is Dot Jackal May Rise 1.
Mm-hmm.
With the underdogs atop of him. But then we got a three-way tie for fourth place with the Sexy Skeletors. Mike Oxamal 1. Oxamal. It sounds like a cleaning product.
It is. No.
And a hard passes at 4.
Which is me. Yeah.
Tied for second, you got the D-Gens from up north, which is this guy right here.
Right. I fucking hate those D-Gens from up north.
Madden 16 picks. Killing the game again.
Coming in strong.
Last week's Dude Mountain. But I mean, firmly on top of the mountain right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, screaming to the gods is Dr. Feelgood.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, he's on top. He's actually on top of a decent lead. He's got 4 points ahead of everybody right now.
That is in Pick'em. That
this
is
early in the game.
Pretty strong
pretty
lead.
Good lead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
felt good for 1 week when I was like, shit, look who's the number one.
You came out strong, man, with 12 that first week.
Well, I told Michelle here. I was like, I came out strong, but if I were putting actual money on these games,
you just shit the bed.
0-12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
That's how it works.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, Dude Mountain's looking pretty good so far.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, excellent. Love it.
I mean, we also have the last minute league, but that's for us.
Yeah.
That's for us.
For this year, at least.
For this year.
Next year, we'll work on it a little differently, maybe.
I wouldn't mind opening it up, maybe get more players so we can kind of thin out, because the talent pool per team is pretty thick.
Yeah, it is pretty thick. Yeah, we definitely could use at least two more teams.
Everybody's got the Avengers, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
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 So I said wouldn't mind getting some more teams in there and thinning the shit out a little bit, make it a little harder for next year.
Yep. 2 to 4 teams would really do that without making it too thin. Yeah. Because I don't know if you remember that 1 year.
I was thinking 52 teams maybe.
Oh, yeah, at least. Yeah, even though there's only 30 NFL teams.
Yeah, for sure 52 fantasy teams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wait. Was there 32?
I don't know, man.
Whatever. Anyway, it's less than 52. That's all that matters.
But what I do know is that was your first week 1 Dude Mountain update.
Next week will be your second week 1 Dude Mountain update.
Why did that sound not play?
I don't know.
Do mountain, do mountain, do mountain.
Haven't heard for that guy in a while.
No, true. And if you'd like to join our Dude Mountain League, it's still not too late. You come in a couple strong weeks, you could be right back in it. So
Yeah,
especially because
we're all just basically a bunch of sillies trying to play this game. So
it's true, and people tend to, some point in the league, tend to forget their picks or whatever. So sometimes it's easy to kind of climb up a few spots without even trying.
I already forgot one pick.
Yeah,
it was stupid Thursday night football. Ugh.
Yep. So if you'd like to do that, email us your email address at saltylanguage@gmail.com. Or you can DM it to us on the Twitter at salty_language.
Yes, for sure. Slide into our DMs.
Yeah. So
get you the old button hook. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Power forward. Yeah.
That's a wrong sport.
I don't care.
You're just randomly making stealing home.
Yeah, stealing home, exactly.
Yeah. Traveling. Too many men on the field.
Oh boy, what a corner kick.
Yeah. Oh shit. All right. Well, I think that's it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because I don't have a shut up and take my money this week. So yeah, there you go. No, we don't have one of those this week.
No.
It's a trap.
That's more like it. Yeah.
Naturally.
So, all right. Well, I guess with that, as usual, head over to saltylanguage.com and just willy-nilly click around that place.
So many willy-nilly clicks.
So many. Yeah.
That's the name of my folk band, Willy Nilly Clicks.
That's a good name. I like that.
All right.
Yeah, the Willy Nilly Clicks. This week.
Willy Nilly Clicks.
Yeah,
we all play instruments based off of clothespins.
Wow, that's the most amazing one is the harpsichord.
Yes.
That's made out of clothespins. I've never seen that before. That's very impressive.
Right?
Yeah.
You should see my Etsy page.
No, I shouldn't. That's the first. I think that's your first album, isn't it? You should see our Etsy page.
That's the hit single.
Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, while you're on the Salty Language website, you can see the links for the networks we're part of, like the Tangent Bound Network, and
Danger! Watch your back! Danger!
Yep, that's right, the Danger Entertainment Network.
Danger.
Yep. Wasn't he? Yeah. Like one of those bounty hunter guys.
Oh, yeah. Danger the bounty hunter.
Not at all.
You're talking, was he the lizard guy or something?
Yeah, yeah.
He might have been the fat dude with the long hair.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, that was Gene Simmons.
Yeah, fuck Gene Simmons. He's a real piece of work. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, go check those out. Again, the links are on the website. All the links to our social media is on the website.
Indeed.
Tony's Delicious Meatloaf recipes on the website.
Oh, I could upload it, I guess. His delicious meatloaf recipe.
It would be funny to just randomly have shit like that just on the website, Like,
it's true.
Like you're just clicking through stuff and just a meatloaf recipe pops up, because why not,
Like I'm secretly angling to turn saltylanguage.com to the next, Rachel Ray website.
Sounds about right.
Right?
Yeah. That is your lifelong dream.
EVOO,
yeah.
all that jazz.
Oh, dude. I was in the store the other day and they have, how they have various, fish food or, fish in packets, like tuna and what have you. There's actually a brand that says EVOO on it. And I didn't look to see if it was Rachel Ray or not, but it just made me sad.
Yeah, she kind of made that a part of the lexicon,
she
unfortunately.
Did. Yeah.
How EVOO? We're like, what?
Who?
Extra virgin olive oil.
Who? Yeah.
Is it?
Evo. I love those guys.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Oh, shit. Anyway.
Extra virgin olive oil, not according to Popeye.
Oh.
Waka waka.
Waka waka, he says. Anyway, if you want to contact us, the best way is smoke signal.
Send a raven.
Right. Just as long as it's not the guy who used to wrestle in WCW.
Unless he's bringing me my pizza.
Right. What about Raven? What about me? Oh, shit. So, yeah, if you want to reach us, though, you can, as I said before, you can email us at saltylanguage@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter at salty_language. You can find me at Stunami.
You can find me at Monotony.
And, yeah, we're on Instagram at saltylanguage. And
The Snappers.
I guess.
I mean, we're technically on Facebook, but I haven't looked at it in so long, I don't even know if it's still there.
It's oddly enough, I believe our Facebook's probably more active than the Snapchat is.
I think you're probably right.
Because I don't think you've posted anything on Snapchat in a while, and I haven't either.
Well,
so.
Slow down. I posted some today.
Oh, okay. I just haven't looked then today. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind then.
It was book 3 in a series that I saw at the mall about galactic dance-offs. I was like, the fuck?
Well, shit. Did you get all of the books?
I mean, I thought about it.
Right.
They didn't have book 1, so I didn't want to get
fuck
the
that.
series off at book 2.
Right?
You know, I can't get the whole story of Berserk book 2.
No.
How am I going to get invested with the characters?
Yeah, that's where all the plot development and exposition is.
Exactly.
Yeah,
For sure.
for sure.
Although everyone knows the second part of a trilogy is always the best part.
Right. Especially when it's about dance-offs.
Yeah, galactic dance-offs.
Galactic dance-offs. Unfortunately, not Galactus dance-offs.
I mean, that would be sick. I'd love to see Galactus throw down like a solar system-sized sheet of cardboard.
Right.
Get crazy.
Starts dropping it low. Yeah.
Right. Oh God.
Yeah.
Making that little like weird like Spartan skirt he wears flap. Like Jesus, Galactus's butt clapping out there. That's no good.
And with an ass that size, I mean, that's got to create some sort of like sonic boom or something.
Cosmic.
Yeah. Them cosmic buttocks.
Yeah, them cosmic buttocks. I would love to see Galactus getting like hip hop dancing. That'd be amazing.
That would be great. Yeah.
Yeah, like he shows up to consume the planet, and then it's just like some dance team. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Yeah, it's him,
Dance
Silver
off.
Surfer, and his other heralds that I can't remember. Fuck.
Probably like Steve the Herald.
I think so. Yeah, Steve the Herald.
Yeah.
He's the worst one.
He's the worst one. He's just on a riding mower.
Yeah, he doesn't even have any power cosmic. It's
No, he's just got his old John Deere.
Yeah.
With the duct tape roll cup holder.
Naturally, that's perfect. But
For sure.
no one pops and locks like him though.
Oh God, he does a robot mad skills.
He's the best. Yeah.
Right.
The best part about Silver Surfer is he can blind your opponents. You know.
Oh, accurate.
Just Galactus just angles a magnifying glass a little bit.
Right.
Just sets their opponents on fire. Ah, God.
Oh, I love the idea of Galactus up there dancing. It's
Yeah,
hilarious to me.
Me too.
Hmm.
Or, in the DJ booth, got his,
Oh, for
headphones on.
sure.
Yeah.
He's got custom headphones go on that goofy ass helmet.
Yeah. No, actually, those are built in, man. Those big things on there, those are like his antenna for it, So.
Oh, they're like reverse ear pods, except he doesn't have that little like weird white antenna hanging out his ear. He's got this big pink thing.
Like you have jizz running out of your ear or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Things are terrible. Hate
Yeah,
them.
I'm not a fan.
Hate them.
Fee-fi.
Faux figure. Wait a minute.
Exactly.
No.
Let's not get into this.
I'm not doing Chris Rock here. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess with all that, them's all the links and things and what have yous. So, we hope you have an enchanted week.
Enchanted. That's
No,
nice.
that's not true at all. What we do, though, hope is that you'll have a beer and you'll be fine.
I mean, seeing how tomorrow is your birthday, I think we'll have a couple beers and we'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll handle that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
But and in the meantime, stay salty.
Right. And what that spooky do?
Probably cosmic butt claps. Guessing.
Probably. Cosmic butt
Nothing
claps
spook.
sounds terrifying. Can you imagine if that's cosmic butt claps are the Big Bang?
Oh, there you go. It's how it all started.
God damn it. Galactus dropped it low.
Yep,
and
that's all it
behold.
took. Someone put on a great beat. That's all it took.
And on the 7th day, that booty clapped, dough. thus creating everything.
Yes.
Oh man. Whew.